there are three great questions to intentionally disrupt any kind of conversation. One is, what would you suggest? Somebody starts complaining, and you just say, well, what would you suggest? If you keep asking that, they're going to move to coming up with some solutions. The second is, what would it take for you to agree? What would it take for you to agree? You can just raise your hand and say, well, listen, there's a lot of conversation, but how do we get agreement around here? And if you ask that enough times, it'll redirect everybody's focus to finding a solution. The third great question is to say, can you live with it? I don't know about you, but I've wasted stupid time on this planet having dumb arguments where if I had just asked myself, could I live with it? I could live with it. And so often we just need to raise that in a meeting where somebody's just all hung up on something small, and you just have to say, can you live with it? Incidentally, if they say they can't, you go back to question one. What would you suggest? I've never, ever seen a time when you say, what would you suggest? What would it take for you to agree? Or could you live with it? When you go through that cycle that you can't get a breakthrough. Every single time I've ever done this, and every single time I've ever coached somebody to do it, they've always had a breakthrough and found a solution.